Have you ever wondered why we sometimes act against our better judgment? Why do we give in to our instincts when rational thinking suggests otherwise? These questions speak to a fundamental struggle that resides within each of us, a constant battle between two critical facets of our being, our instincts and our rational thought. Humans, like all creatures, come equipped with instinctual behaviors, automatic responses that have evolved over millions of years to ensure our survival. These instincts are primal, ancient, and often speak to us in the language of emotion, impulse, and gut feeling. They are the reason we feel fear when confronted with danger, attraction when we meet potential mates, or joy in the presence of a newborn child. They are the whispers of our evolutionary past, guiding our actions in the present. On the other side of this internal battlefield stands rational thinking, a relatively recent addition to our cognitive toolkit. Rationality is our ability to think logically, to weigh pros and cons, to plan for the future, and to override our immediate desires or fears with reasoned judgment. It's the voice of reason that tells us to save money instead of spending it impulsively, to stick to a diet despite the allure of junk food, or to face our fears when they hold us back from growth. However, this doesn't mean that instinct and rationality are always at odds. Often they work together, providing us with a mix of quick, automatic responses and thoughtful, deliberate decisions. But at times they pull us in different directions, creating internal conflict and tension. This internal tug-of-war between instinct and reason is not just a philosophical conundrum. It's a psychological reality that shapes our decisions, our actions, and ultimately our lives. Over the next few scenes, we'll delve deeper into these two forces, exploring their power, their limitations, and their interplay in our day-to-day lives. So stay tuned as we journey into the fascinating world of human instincts and rational thinking. This internal tug-of-war between instinct and reason shapes our decisions, our actions, and ultimately our lives. Our instincts, the primal part of us, often have a stronger pull than we might think. In the grand tapestry of human behavior, our instincts play a pivotal role, often guiding us in ways we may not consciously recognize. These instincts are deeply ingrained in our psyche, sculpted by millions of years of evolution, serving as a compass, guiding our actions and behaviors, particularly during moments of challenge and change. Take, for instance, the fight-or-flight response. This instinctual reaction to perceived danger is as old as life itself. It's a survival mechanism that prepares our body to either confront the threat head-on or escape from it as swiftly as possible. When you feel your heart pound at the sight of a snarling dog, or your palms sweat as you prepare to speak in front of a crowd, that's your fight-or-flight response in action. Then there's the maternal instinct, an inexplicable force that propels mothers to protect and nurture their offspring. This instinct is so powerful that it often supersedes any form of rational thought. A mother bear, for instance, won't hesitate to take on a much larger predator if she senses a threat to her cubs. In humans, a mother's instinct to protect her child can produce feats of strength and bravery that defy logic and reason. And who among us hasn't experienced a gut feeling, an intuitive hunch, that seems to guide us towards a decision or judgment? These gut feelings or instincts often prove to be remarkably accurate, suggesting that our subconscious mind, with its vast repository of experiences and knowledge, can process information and make connections that our conscious mind might miss. In fact, a wealth of scientific research reinforces the power and importance of instincts in human behavior. Renowned neurologist Antonio Damasio, in his acclaimed work, Descartes' Error, posits that emotions and instinctual responses aren't just important, but essential to rational decision-making. His studies of brain-damaged patients who had lost their ability to feel emotions revealed that they also lost their capacity to make decisions, even in the face of overwhelming rational evidence. Similarly, Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman, in his seminal book, Thinking, Fast and Slow, suggests that our minds operate on two levels: a fast, intuitive system driven by instinct, and a slow, deliberate system powered by conscious thought. Kahneman's work highlights how our instincts often guide our decisions, sometimes to our benefit and sometimes to our detriment. Indeed, instincts are a powerful force within us. They can propel us into action, guide our decisions, and even shape our behaviors. But they can also lead us astray, causing us to act impulsively or irrationally. It's a delicate balance, one that requires awareness and understanding. Despite our evolution, these instinctual responses remain, reminding us of our primal origins. On the other side of the coin, there's rational thinking, the epitome of our cognitive prowess. A fascinating aspect of our psyche, rational thinking, is like a beacon guiding us through the labyrinth of life's decisions. It is our ability to reason, analyze, and make judgments based on logic and evidence. Let's dive into the realm of decision-making, a territory where rationality shines brightest. For instance, choosing a career. This is no small feat. It involves a careful analysis of our skills, interests, and the potential returns of our chosen field. Rational thinking steps in, helping us weigh the pros and cons, consider the long-term implications, and ultimately make a decision. It's a systematic process far removed from the whims of instinct. Moving on to another significant aspect of our lives' financial decisions, whether it's deciding to save for retirement, invest in stocks, or buy a house, these are not decisions we make on a whim. They require careful thought, analysis, and understanding of the potential risks and benefits. The process of rational thinking allows us to evaluate different options, understand the implications of our decisions, and make choices that align with our financial goals. And let's not forget one of the most pivotal decisions in life, choosing a life partner. Here too, rational thinking plays a crucial role. While love and attraction may be the initial drivers, rationality helps us evaluate compatibility, shared values, and long-term potential. It acts as a compass, steering us towards a partner with whom we can build a meaningful and fulfilling relationship. Now, this isn't just armchair philosophy. Numerous studies and expert opinions underscore the power and importance of rational thinking. Renowned cognitive psychologist Steven Pinker notes that rationality allows us to detach ourselves from our parochial vantage points and make decisions based on a broader, more objective perspective. A study from the University of Pennsylvania found that people who use rational thinking in decision-making are more likely to make choices that benefit them in the long run. It's as if rationality has a built-in GPS, guiding us towards decisions that align with our long-term goals and well-being. Rational thinking is also at the heart of problem-solving. It helps us dissect complex issues, identify potential solutions, and choose the most effective course of action. It's like a detective sifting through the clues, piecing together the puzzle, and revealing the solution. Rationality is not just about making the right choices, it's also about understanding why we make these choices. It gives us a sense of control, a roadmap that guides us through the twists and turns of life's journey. It's our cognitive compass, our intellectual North Star. Rational thinking, a testament to our cognitive evolution, allows us to navigate the complexities of modern life. It's a powerful tool, a beacon of light in the fog of uncertainty, illuminating our path and guiding us towards our goals. It's the reign of rationality, the crowning glory of our cognitive prowess. But when these two forces collide, which one wins? Let's delve into some real-life case studies. Our first case study takes us to a bustling city street where an unsuspecting pedestrian narrowly avoided being hit by a speeding car. In that split second, there was no time for rational thought. Instinct took the wheel, compelling him to jump out of harm's way. This is the power of instinct in its rawest form, hardwired into our brains, ready to spring into action when danger looms. Now consider a contrasting situation. A university student is faced with a choice for her postgraduate studies: pursue a high-paying career in finance, which she finds uninteresting, or follow her passion for environmental science, which offers less financial security. Over several months, she weighs the pros and cons, consults with mentors, and finally decides to follow her passion. In this case, rational thinking won, guiding a decision that could shape the rest of her life. Yet, it's not always a clear-cut battle between instinct and rationality. Sometimes they work in harmony, each influencing the other. Let's explore this in our next case study. Meet John, an experienced firefighter. One day, he was battling a particularly fierce blaze when he felt a sudden urge to evacuate the building immediately. This wasn't a random gut reaction. It was instinct, honed over years of training and experience, working in tandem with his rational mind. His knowledge of fire behavior, building structures and safety protocols informed his instinct, leading to a life-saving decision. Now imagine a chess player in the middle of a high-stakes game. Each move is a product of calculated strategy, yet instinct also plays a part. The player has spent countless hours studying the game, learning patterns, and understanding strategies. This knowledge fuels her instinct, guiding her to make split-second decisions that could make or break the game. In these cases, instinct and rational thinking are not at odds. Instead, they dance together, each guiding and influencing the other, forming a powerful alliance. But what happens when instinct and rational thought clash? Consider a mountaineer, faced with a sudden snowstorm. His instincts scream at him to seek shelter and warmth. Yet his rational mind knows that pressing on is the only way to reach safety before his supplies run out. Here the mountaineer must wrestle with his instinct and rationality, striking a delicate balance to survive. Or take an entrepreneur about to invest her life savings into a startup. Her gut tells her it's a golden opportunity, but the statistics point to a high likelihood of failure. She's caught in the tug-of-war between instinct and rational thinking. In the end, she decides to follow her gut, but not blindly. She devises a backup plan, a rational safety net, just in case her instincts are wrong. These stories reveal the intricate dance between instinct and rationality, a dance that defines our human experience. Whether it's a life or death situation, a career-defining decision, or a strategic game move, the interplay between instinct and rational thinking shapes our actions and our lives. Sometimes instinct takes the lead, other times rational thought does. Often they work in tandem, each informing the other. But always they are at the heart of our human experience, guiding us through the complexities of life. In essence, the winner isn't always clear in the battle between instinct and rationality. Yet, understanding this complex interplay can help us navigate our decisions more effectively, harnessing the power of both instinct and rational thought. These stories reveal the intricate dance between instinct and rationality, a dance that defines our human experience. So, should we follow our instincts or rely on rational thinking? The answer might not be as simple as choosing one over the other. There's no denying that our instincts have guided us through eons of human evolution, enabling swift reactions in life-threatening situations. On the other hand, rational thinking has been instrumental in our progress as a species, allowing us to build civilizations, create technological marvels, and solve complex problems. Yet it's crucial to understand that these two facets of our cognition are not opposing forces. Instead, they are complementary tools in our decision-making toolbox. Each has its strength and its weakness, its time and its place. Instinct, for instance, excels when there's no time for analysis or when information is scarce. It's like our internal compass, pointing us in what it believes to be the safest or most beneficial direction. However, it's not infallible. It can be biased, influenced by past experiences or emotions, leading us astray. Rational thinking, meanwhile, shines when we have the luxury of time to deliberate and when we have sufficient data at our disposal. It allows us to weigh pros and cons, to predict outcomes, and to make informed decisions. But it too has its pitfalls. It can be slow, it can be paralyzed by over-analysis, and it can be detached from our emotional realities. So, how do we strike the balance? The key lies in recognizing the situation at hand and understanding which tool is best suited for it. In some circumstances, we'll need to trust our gut feelings. In others, we'll need to step back, gather information, and think things through. It's a dance, really, a dance between instinct and rationality, between the ancient and the modern parts of our brain, between the visceral and the cerebral. And like any good dance, it requires practice, patience, and a willingness to make mistakes and learn from them. The challenge lies not in suppressing one or the other, but in harmonizing these two powerful forces within us. As we journey through life, we continually navigate the intricate dance between instinct and rationality. We've explored this dance in depth, unveiling how our primal instincts, those gut feelings we experience, often serve as our first line of defense. They're the whispers of our evolutionary past, prompting us to act quickly in the face of danger. Yet, we've also discovered the reign of rationality, the calculated analytical side of our mind that allows us to evaluate, plan, and predict. This rational thinking, although slower than instinct, provides us with the ability to make informed decisions, considering the possible outcomes and their consequences. But life isn't about choosing one over the other. It's the delicate balance, the tug-of-war between these two forces. It's about learning to listen to our instincts while also harnessing the power of our rational minds. Remember, the key to effective decision-making lies not in choosing instinct over reason or vice versa, but in harmonizing these two powerful forces. After all, we are creatures of both instinct and reason. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful content.